A lot of people mention to us in the comments, DMs, and email that they're having a hard time finding a therapist for their child. So I just want to walk you through what I would do to try and find a therapist for somebody. And just because I'm a therapist, these are not things that are special to me. You can do these things as well. If you have insurance and you are looking to use your insurance, I would either contact your insurance. Most places have an online directory of some sort, and find a list of names. If you do not have this option, don't worry, because there's a different way to do this still with insurance. Then what I like to do is there's a profile or a website called Psychology Today where a lot of therapists list their credentials, their style, if they're taking new clients, their location, all sorts of things. So I like to go into Psychology Today and I search the area. You can do it by zip code or by city or state. And also Psychology Today is not paying me for this. I actually don't even have a Psychology Today profile anymore because I am not taking new clients, but that's a whole other thing. So anyway, you go and you type it in, and then there's filters in there, and you can go in the filters and you pick the age of your child. So there's like a toddler, a child, preteen, teen. So you can pick the age range and then go in and pick your insurance, and it should match up, and you should have a match of the providers on the list. If you don't have the providers on the list, then you can just use this, and you can look through and read their biographies and see if you like someone, look at their picture, all of that. Also, I know it's really hard to tell online. So if you have both listed and you're not seeing anyone you dig on Psychology Today, you can Google the other people, because I'm sure that they have a website. If you find someone and you're like, okay, they're on both lists, I like their profile, here are some things you can ask them. Ask them if they do consultations. Most clinics or providers offer free 15-minute consultations, either by phone or in person. So you and your child, or just you, can meet them and ask them the questions that you feel are important to you, so you can get a sense of their therapy style before you start the therapy process. If that's not an option, I would just ask the questions to them on the phone through email. Questions I like to ask are, what is your therapy style? I can read the bios, and so I know like what interventions these people say that they're using, but most of the time we aren't aware of the interventions. So asking about their therapy style, asking if they've ever worked with a kid like yours and describe your child. I also love to ask if they're neurodiversity informed or neurodiversity affirming. This seems to be the really important piece, especially if you're looking to find a provider that really understands neurodivergence if you have a neurodivergent child. Then you can make your decision if you want to proceed with that person. If they have a waiting list, I always recommend getting on the waiting list, even if you are going to continue to look for other providers. So if you find someone you like, get on the waiting list while you look for other people. If this is still not yielding any results for you, talk to the school counselor. See if they have any recommendations for people that they refer out to when kids need more care. You can also talk to the pediatrician and see if they have anyone that they refer to. Then you can also ask around friends and family and search. There's even Facebook groups for your area for a child therapist or a therapist that meets this specific criteria.